Hello everyone, and welcome to another Dragonfly deck review. Uh, I am currently heating myself just a little bit because this is not the first time I've recorded this video. I just went through and recorded almost 40 minutes and finished it, and I thought it was really good, and then I went to look at it and realized the microphone was not on. So this is, let's call it take two. And the microphone should be on now, so it should actually be recording. But anyway, so welcome to another Dragonfly deck review. Um, I'm Dan, Dragonfly 9078 on Dueling Network, and today I'm going to be talking about a an archetype that I think is really fun, um, and just came out recently, the Phantom Beastcraft archetype. Um, Phantom Beastcrafts are interesting cards. They all share some effects. They're all based on airplanes, except for one, a Phantom Beastcraft Tetherwolf. But so little quirk that all the Phantom Beastcrafts share. Um, First of all, it's a very token heavy deck, very focused on tokens. Um, all the Phantom Beastcraft monsters have a couple effects that deal with tokens. First, they each have a way to summon the Phantom Beastcraft tokens, which are Wind Machines level 3, 0 attack and defense. Um, they all have an effect where they tribute a token to gain some kind of effect, or to activate some kind of effect. And interestingly, as I just found out, either they reworded the text on the cards, or I just didn't read them correctly the first time, but the tokens they tribute do not have to be Phantom Beastcraft tokens. They can be any tokens. Um, so that's really good. So they all have a way to summon tokens. They all have a way to use the tokens, but the Phantom Beastcraft tokens also serve another purpose. All of the Phantom Beastcraft monsters increase their level by the combined levels of all Phantom Beastcraft tokens you control. Um, they are level 3, the tokens, that is. So all your monsters are gaining 3 levels, or 6 levels, or 9 levels, or I guess not really 12 levels, because you wouldn't have 4 tokens and just a monster. Well, it's possible, I suppose, but you probably wouldn't. And their other little fun thing about them is that as long as you have a token of any kind, any token, um, they can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Uh, they can still be sent to the graveyard with, I don't know, Cyber Eltonin. They can still be uh, banished, Dark Arm Dragon, Dimensional Prison, that kind of thing. But they can't be destroyed by, like, I don't know, Mirror Force. Oh, wait, no. Dark Arm Dragon doesn't banish, does it? It just destroys. Okay, so Chaos Sorcerer, BLS. Um, I always forget that about Dark Arm Dragon. I always get that mixed up. But anyway, so they're very resilient as long as they have tokens on the field. So as you might expect, there's a lot of token summoning. Um, there is not the normal, the stereotypical token card Scapegoat, because it just summons too many tokens. It clogs your field, basically, because you do want Phantom Beastcraft tokens, because I mean, they are good for, like, the spell and trap cards of the archetype, and they are good for raising the levels of the monsters. But so a lot of tokens, a lot of token support, token protection, that kind of thing. So let's get into it. Blue Thunder T45 is a light machine, 1700 attack, 1000 defense. Summons a token when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle. It's a Thunder option token. It's a light machine, level 4, 1500 attack and defense. That can't be tributed for a tribute summon. Can be tributed for Phantom Beastcraft effects, though. Cosmic Compass is a level 1 Earth Machine, 100 attack, 300 defense. When it's normal summoned, special summon Compass tokens, which are Earth Machine, level 1, 0 attack and defense, up to the number of monsters your opponent controls. Good way to get a lot of things on your field fast. The strongest in the deck is Fiendish Engine Omega, 2800 attack, 2000 defense, Dark Machine, level 8. During each of your end phase, it summons a token. Machine, Earth, level 1, 200 attack and defense. It does summon it in attack position, which can be unfortunate, but it can be useful too. And once returned, you can have Engine gain 1000 attack, but then it is destroyed during the end phase. Good for like a big finishing blow or something. Gen X Ally Birdman is the tuner that I'm using. It level 3, Dark Machine, 1400 attack, 400 defense. You can bounce a monster you control, send it back to your hand, that is, to special summon Birdman, and then if it was a wind monster, Birdman gains 500 attack. All the Beastcraft monsters are wind. You cannot bounce a token back to your hand because it does have to go to your hand to summon Birdman, and tokens cannot go to your hand. The downside to this special summoning is that if it was special summoned that way, Birdman is banished when it leaves the field. So if it's used for like a synchro or something. I do have 2 of them. I don't synchro that often, but it's a useful card. So the Beastcraft monsters themselves, the first one up is Phantom Beastcraft Black Falcon. Good way to generate tokens. It gets one whenever it attacks. And that does happen at attack declaration, so it will protect you from, Mirror Force, or if you attack a monster that is in attack position that has higher attack than Falcon, which is not difficult because Falcon only has 1200 attack and 1700 defense, then Falcon isn't destroyed, though you do take damage. And, of course, general Beastcraft effects can't be destroyed while it has tokens, gains the levels of the tokens. It is level 4, so with 1 token it becomes level 7. And its effect that, I guess, exploits tokens. You contribute a token to change a monster your opponent controls to face-up defense position. And you can do that during either player's turn. So you can use it to, say, stop your opponent from attacking by turning one of their monsters to defense. Yeah. Just, it's a good card. Yeah. If I didn't mention it, and I am not sure if I did or not, all the Beastcraft monsters, all the Beastcraft monsters are wind machine monsters. They're all based on airplanes. Again, except Tetherwolf. Hamstrato is 1100 attack, 1600 defense, level 3. When it's flipped face up, you get 2 Phantom Beastcraft tokens. So you set it face down. If it's attacked or something, then it flips face up and summons 2 tokens. I did look this up. if it is face down and it's the only monster you have, and they have something that has more than 1600 attack, and they attack Hamstrato, the tokens are summoned, but Hamstrato is destroyed. The effect resolves after the monster is already destroyed. So that is unfortunate, but it's it can be a good it can be a good thing sometimes. Um, its effect is really good. You contribute a token to special summon a Phantom Beastcraft from your graveyard once per turn. So that's really good, especially with the XYZ monster, because I'll get into that in a bit. Mega Raptor is the strongest of them, 1900 attack, 1000 defense. Perhaps to make up for this, it cannot summon a token on its own. What it does is summon a Phantom Beastcraft token when another token is summoned to your side of the field. So have this and Black Falcon on the field, attack with Black Falcon, you get a token, and Mega Raptor gives you another token. So it increases tokens, it increases the number of tokens that are summoned, basically. Which is useful. And then it can tribute a token, any token, to search out a Phantom Beastcraft monster from your deck and put it in your hand. Yeah. Wraith Stealth is the most defensive, 100 attack, 2100 defense. It summons a token when it inflicts battle damage. So it's definitely better to put it in face down defense and have them attack and have you grab a token. It is level 3. Mega Raptor is level 4, if I didn't say. Wraith Stealth can tribute a token to destroy a spell or trap on the field. So, yeah, I mean, it's spell and trap destruction for, I think, is it once per turn? Once per turn, yeah. I think all of them are once per turn, actually. Yeah. Is this one? Yeah. So, they contribute tokens, but only once per turn. So it's a useful card. Tetherwolf, our only non-airplane one. It is a helicopter. Summons a token when it's normal summoned. Simple as that. It is a 1700 and 1200, level 4. Summons a token when it's normal summoned, and then when it fights an opponent's monster, during the damage step, you contribute a token to have Tetherwolf gain 800 attack, bumping it up to 2500. Useful. It's a useful card. Yeah. So, spells and traps, like I said, a lot of token support. The only token summoning spell I have is Fires of Doomsday, because it does only summon 2 tokens that are Fiend, Dark, level 1, 0 attack and defense. Those can't be tributed for a tribute summon unless it's for a dark monster, and of course Fiendish Engine is dark. That's the only monster I would tribute for a tribute summon at least. They can be tributed for Beastcraft effects, they just can't be tributed for a summon. And you can't summon other monsters the turn you activate Fires of Doomsday. Fun thing, I guess, rather, about Beastcraft monsters, they are very resilient. They can survive mass destruction things like Dark Hole, like Torrential Tribute, like Needle Sealing, because, like Just to Break, because, as long as you have a token on the field, because they're protected by their effects. It's the same principle behind Field Barrier. If you have Field Barrier and a field spell, then your opponent activates Heavy Storm. Field Barrier does protect the field spell. Field Barrier is destroyed, but the field spell will remain. So Needle Sealing, Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, all don't kill your monsters as long as you have tokens. Just to Break is a funny case because it, of course, only works when your opponent attacks a face-up normal monster you control. um, as far as I know, tokens are considered normal monsters. So it does work when your opponent attacks a token. And it destroys all monsters on the field except attack position normal monsters. So if your tokens are in attack position, it will not kill them. And if you have Phantom Beastcraft monsters and tokens, which you would have to be even activating Just to Break, it won't kill the Beastcrafts because of their own effects. So it's a very useful card. Mirror Force is Mirror Force. Needle Sealing, another mass destruction card. Activate when there's 4 or more monsters on the field. Destroy all face-up monsters. Again, won't affect Beastcrafts if you have a token on the field. It will destroy the tokens though, so you have to be careful about that. Yeah. So, and Torrential Tribute, of course, you know about. Mass destruction when a monster is summoned. Yeah, so I told you about Fires of Doomsday, and you know about Dark Hole. Gravity Blaster is one of my favorite machine support cards. It's an equip card. It only equips to a machine type monster, but once per turn, you can have that monster gain 400 attack permanently. So if Gravity Blaster leaves the field, the attack boost stays. If the monster is hit with Forbidden Lance, so they're not affected by spell cards, the attack boost still stays. Although, of course, Forbidden Lance drops the monster's attack by like 800 or something. But it's a very useful card. And what makes it even more useful is that if the equipped monster battles an effect monster, then during that battle phase, that monster's effect is negated. So you're attacking, and it turns out to be a Raikou. The effect is negated. You're attacking Fortune Ladies. Their effects are negated. They drop down to 0 attack. It's a very useful card. I don't know if it works on things like Sangan, whose effects activated in the graveyard. I'm inclined to believe that it does, but I would not take my word on that. I would look that up. I should probably look that up myself. Iron Call special summons a machine from the grave, level 4 lower machine from the grave, as long as you have a machine monster on the field. Its effects are negated and it's destroyed during the end phase. It's good with Beastcrafts and Birdman. Summon Tetherwolf from the grave with Iron Call, bounce it to the hand with Birdman, and then normal summon Tetherwolf. Here's a good combo. You have Mega Raptor on the field. Use Iron Call, special summon Tetherwolf. Bounce it to your hand for Birdman. Normal summon Tetherwolf. It gets a token. Mega Raptor gets you another token. Mega Raptor and Tetherwolf are both now level 10 because you have 2 Beastcraft tokens. XYZ them into Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. Synchro Birdman with the 2 tokens for, is that level 9? That is Ally of Justice Field Marshal. And then just go to town on him, basically. So Iron Call can be pretty good. Scramble is a Phantom Beastcraft support card. If your opponent has more monsters than your non-token monsters, then you can tribute Phantom Beastcraft tokens to special summon the same number of Phantom Beastcrafts from your deck. But they are returned to the deck during the end phase. It's good with Hamstrato because it is flipped face up and destroyed, but you now have 2 tokens, and if that was the only monster you controlled, then then that's a perfect setup because they are guaranteed to have at least 1 monster if they attacked Hamstrato, and you have 2 tokens, so you can use Scramble. Solidarity, very fun card. I love it. I love it so much. If all you have in your grave are machines, all your machines gain 800 attack, uh, which includes pretty much all your tokens. Turns them into 800 attack power. Not very good by itself, but it goes great with Token Stampede. Turns them all into 1800 beat sticks that can't be destroyed by battle. Token Sunday destroys all tokens you control, then destroy cards on the field up to the number of tokens destroyed by this effect. Good card removal. Generally good token support card, I suppose. Token Thanksgiving destroys all tokens on the field, not just the ones you control, and then you get 800 life points for each one. It's very good in a pinch. XYZ territory, good field card for XYZ cards. If an XYZ battles another monster, then the XYZ monster gains 200 attack and defense times its rank. That's very good in this deck because most of your XYZs are going to be pretty high. I've got Zen Mines is rank 3, Gear Gigant is rank 4, but other than that, they're pretty much rank 6 and up. That's rank 6, that's rank 6, 6, Dyson Sphere is 9, Phantom Beastcraft Drago Sack is 7, and then of course I have the 2 10s. Definitely a good field card for XYZ heavy decks like Phantom Beastcrafts. And if XYZ territory would be destroyed by a card effect, you can detach an XYZ material from a monster you control instead. Which is very good for Drago Sack because it doesn't even need XYZ material to activate its effects. But I'll get into that I will get into that in a minute. Aerial Charge, continuous trap card, summons a Beastcraft token. You can use it during either turn, once per turn. So, good card. The only problem with it is that you have to tribute a token or a Phantom Beastcraft monster during every end phase, or Aerial Charge goes to the grave. It is more versatile than I think it used to be, because it used to be, I think, just had to sacrifice a Phantom Beastcraft monster. Astral Barrier, dual barriers, good for token protection. I have 2 Spirit Barriers because you are probably going to be attacking with Black Falcon, and you need the life point protection. But Astral Barrier and Spirit Barrier is good for protecting your tokens. Barrel Roll, sorry. It's a counter trap card. Tribute all Phantom Beastcraft tokens you control to negate the activation of a spell, trap, or monster effect. It's just a counter. The only problem with it is it does have to sacrifice all of your Phantom Beastcraft tokens, so that can leave you tokenless, and that's not good. Cloning gets you a token. It's the same as a monster that your opponent normal or flip summons, except for the no effect. Cyber Summon Blaster hits your opponent for 300 every time a machine is special summoned, like all of the tokens are. Just to break, I went over. Mirror Force, Needle Sailing, Spirit Barrier, Token Stampede, turn to Tribute, and you probably know Ultimate Offering. Side deck is just general support cards that could probably be useful in my deck, but just aren't in there. And then just general Synchro and XYZ cards over here. Phantom Beastcraft Drago Sack is a very, very good card. It is rank 7, so you do need 2 level 7 monsters to summon it, or you need 2 Phantom Beastcraft monsters that are level 4 while you have one Phantom Beastcraft token on the field. So it is very, it's not especially difficult to get out, um, and it's definitely a good card. It does have an effect that you can detach material for, but all that effect does is summon 2 Beastcraft tokens. That's all that does. And of course, it has the general Beastcraft effects. It can't be destroyed by battle or card effects while you have a token. And then once per turn, you contribute a Phantom Beastcraft monster, which can include tokens, Phantom Beastcraft tokens, not just any tokens, to destroy a card on the field. Definitely a good effect. Made even better by the fact that it doesn't require materials to activate. So it's a good candidate for summoning with Hamstrato, because you can summon it and then you can just use its effect to kill stuff. It can't attack in the same turn it uses that effect, but it almost doesn't even need to. It is 2600, 2200 if I didn't say that. It is a wind machine. But it's just a really good card. I went up against this one guy on a friend of mine on New Year's. He had a Dark Scorpion deck, designed to make Dark Scorpion cards like actually work. And most annoying card in the deck, he had King Tiger Wangu. So like all of my tokens were just dying as soon as I would summon them. And then and he had Burden of the Mighty. He had Burden of the Mighty and King Tiger Wangu. So all my tokens were dying, all of my monsters were dying. The only one that like survived normally was Mega Raptor, because it's only level 4, 1900, so it stayed at 1500 attack. And then he had Dark Arm Dragon, which was also really annoying. I don't like that card very much. But it was a great duel because we were just like going back and forth. He would get the advantage, then I would get the advantage, and then him, and then me. It was like one of the best duels, or best couple duels that I've ever had. And the point I'm trying to make is Drago's Sack like stood up to Dark Arm Dragon. They were like even. It was incredible because Dark Arm Dragon is just always so annoying to me, but Drago's Sack was definitely holding its own with it, or against it. So Phantom Beastcrafts are a very good archetype. I think they're great. But yeah, so sorry I got a little carried away there. It is very XYZ heavy. They do have access to like Ptolemy's Messier 7, number 25 Force Focus, Chronomaly Atlantis, Dyson Sphere. Even if you're just sticking to machines, there's a lot of good XYZs you can get. So yeah, those are my Phantom Beastcrafts. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you if you see me on Dueling Network, say hi. Yeah, just like talk to me. I'm a nice person, I think. I like to think I'm a nice person. I'm approachable. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.